You see the numbers for him in this first quarter of play, and looking to build on them here as they begin with 1st and 10. For an opener, Purdy to throw.
Just a simple hitch route. Certainly nothing special there or anything downfield, but the idea is the more of those you throw and those efficient passes, the second the defense moves up to take it away, that's when you go for the big ones.
That's caught. Down the field is Tillman. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45. That's the first grab of the game for the man leading the entire league in receptions coming into the weekend. He gets his team a 1st down. Opening carry of the game for the versatile Christian McCaffrey. And they'll move this one down inside the 40-yard line. 1st and 10 now from the 36.
That's another 49er 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 36-yard line.
They run once more with McCaffrey. Down the sideline, inside the 25. And he's going to be out of bounds, but they are in the red zone, inside the 20.
That's another 49er 1st down.
Purdy now, he'll throw on 1st down.
A bit of a quick hitter here. What you're hoping for, Mike, is that the defense can't react quickly enough because the ball's coming out so hot. But they knew it was coming, and they end up holding them to just a short gain.
Right back to Kittle. That's another one. And this drive's going to continue. He's taken down. They are set up with 1st and goal. Shotgun snap to Purdy. That one broken up in the end zone. It's incomplete. Wow, the coverage excellent there. It'll bring up 2nd and goal. Purdy gonna put it up again. That one taken in. Touchdown, 49.
Pretty interesting sequence of play calls here, Mike. You can tell going into this game, they felt their matchups down here deep in the tight red zone were better through the air than maybe they were necessarily on the ground. We see 2 back-to-back throws. The second one, though, results in a touchdown.
Made an impact right at the outset. A couple of catches for him, including the touchdown, so they'll look to keep it rolling as they start again. 1st and 10. Throwing on 1st down is Purdy. The ball deflected at least a couple of times, but it'll fall to the ground. It's incomplete. 2nd and 10.
Wiggins on the coverage.
Play fake to McCaffrey. Now, Purdy. Open man, and that's Tillman. And he'll be tackled up around the 45-yard line.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 40.
On 1st and 10, it's Purdy. Looking deep here for Tillman. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up 2nd down. Quick throw here is complete. And he's out of bounds. It's a gain of 4, but now it's 3rd down.
Just short of midfield.
Back to the air is Purdy. Able to complete it to Ayuk. They'll get 19 out of that play. 1st down, 49.
And the 49er 1st down. 1st and 10 at the 32-yard line.
A run here with McCaffrey. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line. That's 13 more on that play. And quickly, another 1st down.
1st down. 1st and 10 at the 20-yard line.
From the shotgun, it's Purdy. Ayuk makes the catch right side. Here comes 2nd and 4.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4.
Throwing from the gun is Purdy. That one pinballs around, but it is incomplete. Here's a 3rd down and 4.
TJ Tampa on coverage.
Out of the gun, it's Purdy. He's going to be out of bounds, but he's got the 1st down, and they are going to set up the 7-yard line.
Nothing really fancy about that last completion, but what it does do, Mike, is now they are on the doorstep of the end zone. So now they've got to find a way to finish this long drive.
To the end zone, it's intercepted. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. And the Ravens are going to take over at their own 2.
At their own 2-yard line.
He's already caught it 5 times in the first half alone. Could be on his way to a big game. They start again here with 1st and 10. A 1st down throw for Purdy. A short one there, caught by Kittle. He'll be taken down rather swiftly after a gain of just 3. Purdy now on 2nd down. Looking down the field there, but it falls incomplete.
Initially, a nice job by the receiver. He actually was open downfield. He was able to get behind the defense, but the window closed up so quickly they couldn't get the ball to him. Prevents the big play.
He was covered by Jair Alexander.
Niners offense looking to get back to work as we begin this 3rd quarter. The lead sits at 4, so they'll try to add on to that. This drive begins with 1st and 10. And he got rid of that one quickly before the receiver even knew what was going on. That's incomplete.
It's now 2nd.
They'll try again here, 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, here's Purdy. Picked off by Nate Wiggins. And he's going to give his guys a short field to work with and a chance to take the lead. San Francisco offense ready to take possession of the ball once more. This one has been tight so far. A field goal separating the 2 sides as this drive kicks off with 1st and 10. That's over the middle to Kittle. And he's going to be brought down up past the 45.
And the 49er, 1st down. 1st and 10.
1st and 10. Purdy. Fires left sideline. That is complete. And they're going to move this ball inside the 25-yard line. So 31 yards on this play. A 2nd big one in a row and another 1st down.
Everyone talks about all the physical qualities to play quarterback in the NFL, Mike, and of course that's a given, but it's really the cerebral approach to the game that separates the best from everybody else, and I think both of those things were on display there, as he did not only a great job of finding the vulnerabilities of the back end, but then once his guy was there, it was that arm talent that put the ball in the exact right spot to allow his guy to make the big play.
And they're in business now. He is out of bounds inside the 10. So it took just 3 plays, but just like that, they have 1st and goal. That is caught, and he'll take it on in. Touchdown, San Francisco. He's got another one. His 2nd touchdown of the evening.
And what a fitting end to this drive, Mike. It only makes sense that he's the one that gets the ball in the end zone after making a handful of clutch plays prior to the touchdown. That was just a textbook example of one guy taking over the game.
Previous play is under review.
What they're looking at here is the spot of the football. Always tricky to get this exactly right. but it only takes a few inches to make a big impact. So slow this down, find a landmark on the field, and determine where the spot should be.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field is reversed.
So that challenge, a successful one. He'll run with McCaffrey to start this drive. The defense coming hard, trying to force the safety. He's able to get it out, but to the 2, and no further.
No gain on the play.
Try again. It's second and 10.
At the 2-yard line.
Go ahead.
Again, it's McCaffrey. Up the sideline to the 15. And a great run after being backed up. He's up to the 25-yard line.
3 yards. And a 49er first down. First and 10 at the 25-yard line.
They'll go back to McCaffrey on first down. And this time they are ready for him. Thrown for a loss. And it's second down.
A loss of 2 brings up second and 12 at the 24-yard line.
From the gun, it's Purdy. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target.
As we saw in the first half, Mike, the defense was really unable to do anything to slow him down. He put up some really big numbers there in the first 2 quarters. Now here in the second
John
half.
Harbaugh, not a fan of that call, and out comes the challenge flag. At issue, was he able to stay in bounds? The NFL rules, you're looking for either 2 feet or a body part that is not a hand to be down with possession of the ball. No bobbling, the ball not moving around. He has control, so that's what the referee is looking at here.
After review of the play, the ruling on the field
So the challenge is not successful, and that will cost them the first of their 3 timeouts for the half. There's that man again, another catch. And he'll be hauled down at about the 35-yard line.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
So we are through 3. And Sunday Night Primetime continues after this. From the 35, it's first and 10.
Here we go. Watch out.
On to the fourth quarter we go, and it begins with a McCaffrey run.
So everything this defense talks about, Mike, is creating negative plays. It's one of the best run defenses in football. Everything is about suffocating you at the line of scrimmage, make you work for everything you get.
And they're going to be set up in the red zone. They've got it inside the 15. Down at the 12. It's first and 10.
Outside. Watch out.
Here's Purdy. That is incomplete. No way to force a football in there. Good coverage. It'll bring up second down.
Get set. Yellow. Watch out.
Again, it's Purdy. And that is caught in the end zone. He's in. Touchdown, 49ers. That his second touchdown tonight. Everything you want to do right there, Greg, in the fourth quarter, get the ball with the lead and extend it to a 2-score advantage.
Yeah, and I think this just might end up being too much to overcome. You said it. Once you get a 2-score lead this late in the fourth quarter, there's just not enough possessions to be had to claw yourself back in it.
Niners offense and the wideout getting set to go once more. And he's had some kind of game. They made it a point to get him involved early. Boy, did that pay great dividends to this point. The drive starts with a carry by McCaffrey. And he'll be taken down up at the 40-yard line. Now a timeout here by Baltimore. That's going to be their second. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
First and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Back to throw. Purdy. And that ball out of reach toward the sideline. It'll be an incompletion.
Brings up second and 10 at the 40-yard line.
Off and play fake. Here's Purdy. His throw left side is complete. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line. Set to go now on first and 10. A give for McCaffrey running right. Woo. And they'll take this down inside the 35. That is 14 for the second time. Back-to-back 14-yard gains and a first down.
First and 10 at the 32-yard line.
On first and 10, Purdy. He's got it about the 8. And they are in great shape. He's taken down inside the 10. An opportunity for what could be a game-sealing touchdown right here. First down and goal. And he's into the end zone. That might be the knockout punch. Christian McCaffrey. Touchdown, San Francisco. He's got another one. His second touchdown of the evening. Good drive. They kept the ball. Greg, they moved it effectively down the field and finish it off on the ground for the touchdown.
So often, Mike, we see teams work on a great drive to get down here close, only to settle for a field goal. But in this case, give them a lot of credit. They put a great drive together.
The faithful here at Levi's Stadium are rewarded. It's a win for the 49ers. They finished the season on a high note, so now they'll have the week off as the #1 seed. Get back to it in 2 weeks for the divisional round of the playoffs.